We literally left off saying that when we started next time, we were going to do a short rest in the hallowed room, then burn the paper, and then fuck off, I think, to get it clear.
Nemea, you get a chance to study this paper a little bit more during your rest. And the nature of this paper is that it is one half of the agreement in the same way that you have the half of the agreement between Belandi and Zerial that caused Elturel to fall. One half of the agreement that binds them to Zerial. Okay. Give me an intelligence roll, just straight up intelligence.
Okay. That's gonna be a non-natural 20.
With your top dice, no less.
I know.
Also, you made a note to tell everybody to keep track of their status effects between sessions. I have listed down one level of exhaustion. Is that party-wide or just me?
That's just you.
Okay.
That was your bounty of haste. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
You also have a reduced maximum HP. Don't forget.
I have that here, yeah.
I'm also...
You're very fucked up.
Screwed.
So over the course of the short rest, you do get a chance to sort of inspect these papers a little closer. First things first, it has a very familiar aroma of necromancy enchantment on the paper, and you realize after some thought that it matches the aura on the memorial steels.
Okay.
It's like the Mimeo paper from the 70s, that's what it's
Ooh, yeah.
So it's possible that there's some interaction between the steels and this paper, that you have half of the equation, the steels might represent the other half, and you're not really sure how that works exactly. The other thing is, you gather up all the papers and you find that the amount of names is not the full array that are on the memorial steels. It's about half.
Okay.
But while you were in this chamber collecting yourselves, it's a cramped fit. It's not comfortable. However, you are not attacked in the night or in the hour that you're here resting. And the hour goes by, and you all get your short rest successfully. I think we resolved that part last time already.
we did our dice, because it looks like I've done
We did.
So,
we spent it twice,
does Mummy Rot affect my ability to regain spells?
No, it
just
only
my
affects your
HP?
ability to regain hit points.
Okay,
And your
so
maximum
I
will be
can't regain hit points at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no hit dice, no nothing, no cure wounds, nah. Okay.
Can't even gain temporary. Can you gain temporary hit
You
points?
can get temporary hit points, yep.
Okay.
Right. So it's creamed full of temporary hit points till you keel over. You just blow all your spell slots like first round.
Have all the temporary hit points in the world.
Thank you. I understand.
Okay.
James Coppola went mad in 10 minutes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so what I would like to do before we go whole hog on this, and I don't want to stall, but I do want to be careful, after having been quite not careful. Sorry, guys. So I just want to take one of the pieces of paper and try to match them up with it and see what happens.
Okay.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
By the way, you weren't here when I said it, but I haven't listened to the podcast or the end of the podcast over again. We were doing great up until the point where I turnstiled everybody by suggesting that Mommy was going back to burn the books, and that's when you reacted to what I said. So I'm taking the blame for that. You unfortunately have to take the brunt of the damage, but I'll take the blame for setting
It's fine.
you
You have to live with that forever. Nemea will die. But you can live with that forever.
Hey, you won't be the first friend Dragomir's lost or the last, so...
Yeah!
All right. So, what's the plan exactly? What do you want to do?
So I'm gonna find a... So, are there any of the plaque thingy-mabobs in the, hall relatively close outside the thing?
No, the steels are all in their own separate chamber. It was that weird sort of angular hallway that didn't quite match the tiles on the floor that Zanzer had uncovered when he was trying to be sneaky Zanzer.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab, just a handful of them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna...
They're pretty small. If you wanted to grab all of them, you could.
Sure, I'll grab all of them, and I'm gonna go, hey, anybody want to come with me in case there's more shit that wants to kill me down there?
I will.
Thanks, guys.
Don't touch the flowers.
My bad. So I go over, and I start looking at the names. Do you have a name, or should I make up a name?
You can make up a name, but I also want you to roll a d10 for me.
Okay. A 4?
Noted.
Great.
How many zombies jump out of the sarcophagi and fuck you in the ass?
Just 2, because that's all they can fit. The other 2 come from the front.
Wow, this is a sexy tune.
There's always a sex dungeon.
Yes. Morpheus Strongbone.
Morpheus Strongbone.
Wow.
Well known for his erection.
Yeah, he is a porn star in a certain niche type of porn, for
lover
sure.
of ladies and lads Don't
And
hate,
horses.
don't discriminate.
And sheep.
42069.
If there's grass on the field, play ball.
So I find his name and I find his plaque.
Okay.
He's very bad at brushing.
Is it like, do I notice it? Is there anything else I notice?
There's no interaction as you hold up the name. Just to give you an idea of what the steels look like, I went over it last time, but it's been a while. They look like you would see if you went to the Trade Center Memorial or whatever. It's like a big, long list of names.
Okay.
And then it just has at the top the vow, sworn to echo this. Their souls will echo here until eternity is what it says at the top.
Okay.
Quite literally.
Yes.
So I'll take Morpheus's paper, and what's the wall made of?
The walls are stone.
Stone. Okay.
Cheese.
Oh, that's that funky smell.
Should we?
No, that's Morpheus.
So these were the ghosts, right? And we talked to 3 of the ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Should we go back into the ghost room and ask if, hello, Morpheus, are you there? We're about to free your soul and see if his soul actually gets freed. Should we try to figure out which one is Morpheus? Or would that be a terrible idea?
Looking over the steels, there are about 400 names on here.
Oh,
so the odds of getting the right guy in the first try.
So my idea is I'm going to take the...
Is there a PA system? Can we just do an announcement?
Morpheus, come to the lobby.
Morpheus. Code Brown.
Michael,
The owner of a 6-foot skeleton. Please report. Your headlights are on.
Mr. Strongbone, Mr. Morpheus Strongbone.
So my thought is if I scratch the name on the wall and I light the paper on fire, the contract name's destroyed? Do you think that...
That's what I'm gathering from it.
So I'll take are there any rocks on the ground or anything? Maybe some
there's
rubble?
so,
I don't want to use my
there's some
dice.
chipped stone or whatever.
Yeah, so I'll take some rock and I'll go, okay guys, here we go. And
before we do that, I am actually going to give you a protection from evil or good. I'm going to touch you and give you
thank
protection
you.
from evil or
What does
good.
that do?
Creatures of those types... Wait a minute. Certain types of creatures. Aberrations, celestials, elementals, fiends, and undead. And fae. I missed fae. Protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls. The target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed, the target stops being charmed. This really just gives you advantage on the attacks and certain benefits.
okay.
Yeah, you roll a 20 on your intelligence check, right? Okay. Now that you, I assume that you still probably have your detect magic on or whatever. Mm-hmm. The steels radiate a type of magic that is decidedly offensive. You suspect that by striking them in their current state, you probably would eat a shitload of damage.
I gently put the rock down. Guys.
Do you just burn them then? Do you just burn these things then?
Or dispel the wall and then destroy it.
But if we fuck up this wall, I think, why don't we just light all the paper on fire, walk out, and then destroy the whole fucking place?
So, yeah, I mean, I'm down with that. I'm a little...
I'm big fuck you mummy right now, so...
Understandable. My concern is...
She coughs up some dust.
Do we actually have the capability to sufficiently destroy this place, from the outside? And I don't think we do.
Okay.
I think the smart play is we burn the paper now. We're halfway there.
Okay.
Go back and get you fixed. I mean, we promised to help these people and we will, these ghosts and we will. Go back, get you fixed, come back with you with a big fat dispel magic, dispel this wall, and then we dismantle it the old-fashioned way.
Okay.
Does that seem reasonable?
So I'm just gonna light the paper on fire and see what happens, but I'm gonna stand back a little maybe.
So, just to be clear about these kind of contracts, does the order in which the halves are destroyed matter? Do you have to bring the contract back together?
Typically, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Typically, he says. Now
Do you want to see what happens? Just so we don't destroy something we might want later for a bargaining chip or something, if we bring these scraps of paper outside of the tomb?
Sure.
I'll do it. I'll
I'll bring the ring to Mordor.
I'll have the most hit points in the party.
I'll be the quickest one out of this tomb. I'll do it.
Yeet.
So we go outside and we light the paper on fire?
Or we go outside, bring the paper with us back to Mahadi's, get you fixed up, and then we do it all at once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in case we come back here and Death Knight Boy is back, and he's like, yo, I'll give you Zariel's sword for those slips of paper. We can't say, oh, yeah, we burned that already. Sorry, dude.
Plus, we said we would free their souls. We didn't say when.
Right. Exactly. And it's not like time has a whole lot of meaning for these people. They're dead and in hell.
Yeah.
We'll get to it when we get to it.
Okay, that sounds great. It's
a tomorrow problem.
I wonder if the Death Knight would be actually wants his people freed. I mean, he himself is a slave to her, but
well, that's why I'm kind of saying like
maybe
we don't rush into anything because there might be more to this than we know, and we already have to take some time to finish this job anyway. Why rush the one thing we can do?
Maybe we don't burn this paper bridge just yet.
But I think holding on to it is the right call, so that we have the option to whenever we want to.
Then, if I recall correctly, the feeling we got from his journals is yes, he's a Death Knight. Yes, he has to serve her, but he doesn't have to like it.
He doesn't like it. He was done.
Yeah.
It was made. That was made against his will. It was kind of like a punishment, right?
Yeah.
That's what we got.
He killed himself, and she was like, "Well, you're not done working."
Right. Yeah.
The bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you.
When you're here, your family.
Yep. Zero was running the Olive Garden of Hell.
God,
which is
burn
just
it all!
Olive Garden.
Which is just Olive Garden.
Go ahead.
No, you.
Well, I was just thinking.
No, you hang up.
This was a side quest, right? We were actually coming out here to do something more important.
It was a side quest in which we accidentally found the main plot. I feel like.
Whoops.
Well, so I'm worried about our soul coin, the law of soul coin conservation.
Yes. Yeah.
We didn't find any here.
You don't want soul coin
which is
entropy.
one thing we hoped for. We would actually find some here, and it does not seem that we found any.
Well,
here.
that's not entirely true. We found some things that we can sell.
We can sell. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Actually, we did. We found some pretty decent magic items.
Yeah.
That robe is a very valuable magic item, but you surmise that if you don't want it, you could sell it for a shitload of soul coins. I mean, that is an extremely powerful item.
Yeah.
Which we may
What
want
does
to
it
keep
do
out of the
again?
hands of the man.
Or we may want to gift it. We may want to gift it to the man's replacement character when the mummy rots herself to death.
What it
I
does is
choke on my own dust cloth.
up to 6 times per day. It lets you cast Magic Missile as a 5th level spell.
Right, okay.
And it is ridiculous. It's also a Cloak of Protection +1.
Which is it's an awesome magical item, and we could definitely put it to good use. I just wonder if it's more valuable than soul coins at this point because we are some broke boys.
Yeah,
Poor.
so
Foreskin? Yeah.
You're also hurting on rations, probably in a worse state.
Yes. Yeah.
Yo, I still got the bean bag. We could plant a bean and see if something fun happens.
We could eat the beans.
I think that's a really... Listen, I'm the fucking Baroness of bad decisions, and I would not even do that.
So anyway, I think the plan is to gather up these scraps of paper and fuck off back to Mahadi's
Are we
Emporium.
taking them all?
Yeah,
I would say why not, right?
fuck it.
The scraps of paper and the journals. You want the journals?
We'll tuck the paper in the journals and like put the little rubber band around it so it's all in one spot.
Yeah.
Like a bullet journal.
So you're going to leave the tomb with the journals and papers.
I don't like the way you're saying it, but yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, music.
Well, everyone roll backup characters.
When you get to the tomb's entrance, the gates are still closed from where you closed them earlier.
But we know the
We know this password.
Open sesame.
You just gotta read it off the wall there.
Yep.
The password specifically is the part that says "For Glory" at the end.
For glory.
For glory holes.
420.
Fire marshal.
For the honor of
Capacity.
Grayskull.
148 ghosts.
And the doors slide open.
So
Ain't nothing gonna break my
Well,
stride.
while he's looking up what kills us next, I had this great idea for the beanbag thing. So what I should do is as a rogue, I should do a backstab on somebody where I cut them and plant the bean in them and then run away and then just see what happens.
What?
No, you cut the bean inside. He heals over the wound, so it's
Right.
Stuck in them?
Yeah.
Alright, so enough of that silly shit. Emerging
We're doing
from
it.
the crypt of the Hell Riders, you do find that there is an armored figure who is standing next to the screen machine.
It's probably
Before him is a
dead.
black bag that is tied. It is struggling, about the size of a house cat, and it's directly in front of him.
It's
No,
probably
Lulu.
Lulu. Oh
Behind this man is a chariot that appears to be pulled by 2 metal bulls.
Oh,
no. That's hot.
yeah.
Two what?
Metal bulls.
Gorgons.
Oh! I thought you said bolts. I'm like bolts.
And the figure just stands there, and it's got a great sword drawn, pointing at the black bag in front of him.
No.
And he just looks at you with the piercing red lights in his eyes and no other facial features, and he says nothing as you emerge.
What was this guy's name again? Assuming that it is the guy we think it is.
Olanthius.
Olanthius.
Can I? Please don't. Please don't.
You are not meant to be here.
Sorry.
Yet here we are.
You're not meant to be here either.
Or at least you don't want to be.
He doesn't respond to that, but he does brandish the sword at the bag.
So
We're from El Terrell and we're here to help.
That always goes well.
Were you actually saying that?
Don't worry, we're Americans.
Is Zanzer actually saying that?
No. I'm gonna let the faces talk for this one.
What is the cost of our friend's life?
more threatening.
You have desecrated the tomb of honored heroes.
No.
The heroes within have asked for their freedom. We seek to grant it.
Give me a persuasion.
Ooh, 9. Not good.
He says, that power is beyond yours to grant.
Then we would find one who has the power to grant it.
He looks over at the rest of you. It sounds like we've already got one check over here from Captain Failpants. Anybody else want to take a roll at this?
Yeah, I'm just seeing if I have anything that makes me better at talking to people.
Alcohol.
Like my character. Yeah.
Like,
I just think like a push-up bra? Like that's
what's his, like... I mean... Like, an investigation or an arcana check, would that do anything with this motherfucker?
Not really.
Okay, cool. I won't do anything. Religion?
No.
So these guys were Hell Riders. They were from El Terrell.
Yep.
They were the good, quote unquote, good guys.
Mm-hmm.
They can't, and then it just all went tits up for them,
It
and then
went
they got
to hell.
trapped here.
Basically, they got sold out,
Yeah.
and now they have to serve against their will, more or less. Or I guess they don't have to serve against their will. They're here.
They're not being-
They're sort of stuck in this tomb because Olanthius won't let them out because if they leave, they have to serve. Right? That's sort of what I'm getting.
You don't know the nature of it.
Okay.
Ingrid will, hands up and like slowly take a step forward, sort of watching to see if that's a good move to make.
He lets you take a couple steps, but he's still about 30 paces away from you. And he says, hold it! And he drives the sword a couple inches into the bag.
Don't, please. And she'll stop, not put her hands down.
Don't worry, Ingrid. He won't do it. He's here to bargain. If he wanted to kill her, he would have done it while we were in the tomb. Name your price.
The price will be paid in blood by those who trespass upon this honored place.
Which was not the imp.
She refused to enter. Set her free. It is the honorable thing to do.
Give me another persuasion check.
15. They're creeping up, guys.
He pulls the blade back. It cuts the fabric of the bag. A spray of devilish blood comes off the tip of the blade. And the bag just sort of wilts. And you see Lulu's prone form. It looks like she's probably at 0 hit points. Inside the open bag.
I'm gonna rush up and give her a cure. No weapons drawn.
No weapons drawn. I'm gonna need these. Zenzer, give me an acrobatics or athletics check.
And make it spicy.
Oh, they're both the same plus. That's weird. 16.
All right, when you rush up to administer medical aid to Lulu, a couple things happen. First off, he attempts to shove you to the ground with the hilt of his blade.
Okay.
He misses. You actually slip right underneath it and get right past him to Lulu's prone form.
Okay.
You cast your cure. Go ahead and roll for the healing.
5 points.
Okay. You immediately get the feeling that Lulu wasn't actually at 0. She was kind of faking it. She's playing dead.
Okay.
That bitch.
What a hoe.
I love her.
But she was absolutely injured, and you didn't.
Well, that's good then.
And she didn't survive this long being an idiot.
Yeah.
Nemea.
Wow. Shots fired.
After that, by the way, I'm going to... We aren't necessarily in combat yet, but I do want to get us on initiative.
Makes sense. 8.
8.
19.
You probably still go before me, though. My dex
23.
garbage.
I only have +1 dex. Okay, so I'm...
He's a Goliath in full plate.
Moving fast is not something I do. Moving hard is something I do.
Gross.
Yeah.
Clang, 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 clang.
Went to Charlie.
All right,
Yeah, he
so,
enters the room before he enters the room.
so yeah, you are now next to Lulu, and this figure turns to face you. But you are the first to act. What would you like to do?
I want to disengage and F off.
Grab the...
Any particular direction?
Oh.
I'm going to F off away from the party. So, like, if he's facing the party, I'll go perpendicular that way to get my drift.
Okay.
Splitting the party. Nice.
Well, that way if he fucking shoots some area of effect thing at us, he doesn't fuck everybody up.
Scatter!
TPK minus answer.
Yeah, that's how
Yes.
I roll.
Some, like, real...
are next to
rogue
It's happened
shit.
before.
Help. Shit. I say... I think your duty and what you want are two separate things. And we want to make things right. Can I insight him and see if that...
Not insight. We're going to go with persuasion, but I'm going to
Okay.
give you advantage on it.
Oh, cool. Please be... That's a 9.
9 is pretty bad. That's your best roll?
Yeah.
Okay, noted. You don't catch much of a reaction from him. Anything else on your turn?
No. I don't want to fight this guy.
Let's see. Who does he dislike the most right now?
Dragomir.
Probably some K-pop boy band. Those guys suck.
You just rolled a 9 on persuasion. He's not very happy with you. He's going to go ahead and use a Hellfire Orb that he's going to fling at you.
Fun.
Pondering the orb.
Make a dexterity save.
Okay. Hold on. My
Quality
fucking
war pondering.
runes give me like a bazillion different things, so I have to...
Wow.
Wisdom, da-da-da.
And while she's doing that, now you're on deck.
Great! Love that for me.
Okay, you said dexterity?
Yes.
Cool. That is a 20.
Excellent. You made the save. You can take 17 points of fire damage and 17 points of necrotic damage.
Oh!
Wow.
Don't let that thing hit you. It's bad. 71 minus 34 is 27.
It's a good thing you made the save.
Yeah.
That would have been 70 damage.
Yeah.
All right. That is his action. Nemea, you're up.
I hate this fucking game. We should leave. We should give him the paper and leave and say, fuck him. I'm sorry. Fuck dem ghosts.
Oh, I'm
Fuck
sorry.
dem ghosts.
Does that count as his turn?
Yes.
I invoke my... He's within 30 feet of me, right?
Sure.
I invoke my stone rune and force him to make a wisdom saving throw.
That is only an 8. Is it a magic effect? Probably not, sounds like.
It's charm person.
He is
Oh, no.
not resistant to charm.
Wow.
Okay. Give me another persuasion roll to finish.
The journals.
Who has the journals?
You
it's not-
did.
You had the... Actually, you did.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the one carrying them out, right?
We have him charmed. Why are we giving him anything?
Yeah.
Oh.
I say...
Why don't we just tell him, don't attack us, and
Yeah.
get in the screen machine and leave?
Yeah. I say, let us go. We want to help. Yes, it's a 19 on the die.
Okay. You swear you see one of the, like, points of red light inside of his helmet arch an eyebrow. That doesn't exist. You get that emote from him. And there's, like, a moment's hesitation before he takes his great sword, points the point down, and drops it in the dirt.
Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Get in the car, let's go.
He says, entreat.
Entreat?
Entreat.
Go away.
No, entreat does not mean retreat.
What?
Entreat is to speak.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, okay.
He's reasonable now. Let's try. I guess try and reason with him. Or do you?
How
want
long
something?
does charm person last?
1 minute.
Oh, so we got 10 rounds of talking to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got time. Should I show him the journal?
Got him charmed.
I say, forgive the intrusion to your privacy, but we were in need of answers, and I hold up one of the journals.
He sort of eyeballs it. It's moving furniture a whole lot. He looks over it. If there's any sort of recognition or give a shit on the face, you can't tell because there's no features behind the helmet. Someone's
Did you
gonna
have
We're
an idea?
good. I was gonna say something about El Terrell, but that
I was
feels like
about
more
to
like
say.
it's your place.
I was going to say that as well. Well, I actually do want to say, we know of your compact with Zariel. The others, the heroes, the Hell Riders of El Terrell, they should not be susceptible to the same. We are looking to free them from their confines, not imprison them or trap them. They should not be here, and they should be honored by being released. And that's what we hope. That's what we were hoping to do.
There is a nod from the figure. He takes a step back from the sword, which is driven into the ground. Just puts about 5 feet of distance between himself and the blade. But he doesn't respond.
Do you think that's the blade?
No, I doubt it.
The blade is held by Yale somewhere. This is
Speaking
his
of
own
Yale,
blade.
this guy was in love with Yale. He might still be in love with Yale. Wasn't Lulu Yale's mount?
Was Zariel's
Zariel's.
not,
Zariel's mount.
but escaped with Yale.
Yeah, you saw a vision where Yale escaped on the back of Lulu, but traditionally it was Zariel's mount.
I'll just, to piggyback on what Andrew says, Dragomir will say, if there is anything in you reminiscent of the man who once held love for El Terrell, the people who yet live there now languish in this plane. And we have been tasked with setting them free. And if we can, to set you all free. Those of you who sacrificed your lives for El Terrell, the fight continues.
The figure places his hands in the side of his bucket helm, and he lifts the helm off of his head.
And does the Home Alone.
It is a grisly sight underneath the helmet. It is a pale-skinned, very pale, clearly the visage of death. No fresh blood being pumped through the veins. Mouth has been pulled back in horror by hooked chains. Pierced behind the ears. There is a deep slash through the throat. Apparently that is the way that he ended his own life.
Jesus.
With a smear of dark, dried blood that sort of drains down into the area behind the chest plate. There are places on his hair which have been ritually shaved and scarred. This man has quite literally been through hell. And he looks at each of you, and he raises a hand up, and a spire of stone rises from behind him, which he then smooths out with a mighty, basically karate chop into the precipice that he raises, and he sits down on the flat surface that remains.
Make stool. That's a good spell. You should learn that one.
I think she already cast it a couple times.
In her pants.
Well,
Luckily, it's only a cantrip.
Make brown pants.
I guess sort of like to mirror his own actions, you know, put the warhammer on the maul on the ground and put my helm on top of it. And I mean, you can't really sit crisscross applesauce in plate mail, so I'll just stand there. I don't have one of those folding camping chairs or anything.
With Jason Momoa thing where he just shakes it out and sits on the ground.
Is anybody else going to come sit down near him, or is it just going to be Dragomir?
Yeah.
I am not getting any fucking...
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Then
Low-
why don't
low
you get
health
Lulu back
weenie.
to the screen machine?
Yeah.
I will do that. I can also
The
do
grown-ups
some...
are talking.
I can also do some zzz on Lulu if she's not...
Shocking grasp?
No, some yellow cards. To
Yellow card.
To get her harvest
What?
started. Yeah, Ingrid will... I don't think Ingrid has a bucket helm or anything like that, but just sort of...
Okay. He turns to Dragomir, I think it was you who spoke last, and he says, you have said that it is your charge to save these and they, and he gestures up towards where you assume the floating island of Elturel must be. Who is it that has given you this charge?
Marshal Older Ravenguard of the Flaming Fist.
I know nothing of this man.
It has been some time since you walked the plane of the living. Many names probably would not ring familiar in your ears.
He said it has been 497 days, 191, or 497 years, 191 days. And
The
this
lives of
hour,
men are much shorter than that.
as they are meant to be. About this time, your spell wears off.
And he kills us all.
Fireball.
Good job putting your helmet down, asshole.
Thanks for that.
We all cast stool.
Not all of us are charged. Some of us do it because it is the right thing to do.
He says, would that I were able to help you in your quest. I am bound not to stand against the Archduchess of Hell.
We understand that your honor was your life, and now your duty is your burden, and we would not ask you to cross either of those boundaries. As it stands now, it appears we're at a cross purpose, and someday this may lead to us being engaged in violence. But as of right now, all we ask you to do is stand aside and let us do what we are here to do.
He thinks for a moment. And it's kind of a ponderous looking thing because he has his mouth, whenever he's like at rest, his mouth is kept open by these chains that pull the skin back. So when he thinks, he's got this expression of horror being pinned onto his face, while his eyes are very clearly just doing sort of methodical calculation.
No, that's pretty much life nowadays. Is whenever you think about anything, you just have an expression of horror plastered across your face.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're familiar with that.
Yep.
This man's living in 2021.
And we're all in 2022. Ooh.
He says, I would see it done if I were able. While I am bound to Zariel's service, I won't be able to directly assist. I would allow you to leave, but you have defiled this place. And if you fail to honor the bargain that you have made with the keepers of the entrance, then I will be forced to kill you.
We have every intention of honoring that bargain. Unfortunately, to do so would trigger certain protective spells that we are not equipped at the moment to handle. Our plan was to retreat, to gather our resources, and come back to disable those spells and then uphold our bargain. Is that acceptable?
I don't want amateurs taking care of you.
Do a persuasion roll. No advantage, just regular persuasion.
12.
He says, I will tell you. If you deviate from your course, I will kill you.
Cool.
Alright.
Alright. I mean, it's all in trying to do the same thing, so...
I mean, so what do we really need to do to spell magic? You need a long rest to change out your spells, basically, is it, right?
Well, yeah, I think so. Because I can't cast it as a ritual, right?
To spell magic? I don't think so.
No, I'm doing it for the ritual spell.
I'll check, but yeah, I would need to do a long rest, probably. Detect magic.
And get enough
Oh
hit
no,
points
there's
to...
it's got a ritual tag on it.
Does it?
Yeah, for the duration.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then can I scratch that? Because I totally gave him
Yeah.
that information, not on purpose.
Yeah, sure.
Then I'll tell him, then all we need to do is cast a ritual to disable the magical wards on the wall, and...
Wait. Dispel magic. Sorry.
You
I
were-
read
Hold on.
detect magic because my brain is...
Yeah, I'm
Our
pretty sure
wizard can't
dispel
read.
does it.
Hold on, Olympic swimmer. We'll be right with you. Yeah, so
Yeah.
if we need a long rest, then I will tell him, our wizard's, taxed and needs to regain her strength and prepare her spells. If you want to stand guard for us, we will take our long rest in the screen machine. She could swap out her spells there, and we can go in tomorrow morning and...
I'd like to not waste a ton of days out here without the intention of break curse stuff, because I have
I understand that, but
limited time.
we would be going back to Mahadi's Emporium, which is a day away, 2 days away.
It's 1 day away from your current location.
So we'd be using the day to go back. Maybe, probably have enough to get remove curse done.
Getting a long rest in the screen machine would also be incredibly challenging.
Okay. Well, I figured with a Death Knight standing guard, it probably wouldn't be too bad.
That'd probably make it worse. I don't know how you would sleep with a Death Knight like 10 feet from your bed, but I wouldn't sleep very well.
Well, he's not gonna be jacking off in my sleeping bag, or anything.
No, he's going to be out there with a trench coat holding a boombox open.
What?
Can I borrow your hand?
All right. Well, then, if that's the case, then all right. Then we ride for Mahadi's Emporium, or the last place it was. Feel free to follow us.
Hey,
Yeah.
those journals. So I know. Okay, so we got two things. We got all these papers that are all the 400 names.
Yep.
And we've got his journals.
Yep.
Are you having this as a conversation in character?
I'm trying to remember which one was which, or what one. I'm trying to remember like what happened before. It's not an in-character thing. It's not a character like I'm old and I forgot shit.
That's fine.
You have 8 journals. They're handwritten by Olanthius.
So were we taking them, and why did we think we needed to take them? Did they have any purpose beyond like reading for historical shit?
I think they were just historical plot point journals.
I didn't give you any indication that they were anything more than that.
Because I'm thinking, good faith gesture. We return his journals.
I mean, we've had sufficient time to read through them all, right? We've got
Yeah.
all the info we need out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Linnea, any issue? No? Ingrid?
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
And so I will
Let's
say
do it.
as a good faith gesture, I will return the journals to where they were, and I will ask them from you, and I will go back in and return the journals exactly where we
It's
found them.
extremely creepy as you go back in. The friendly ghosts whom you met in the entryway appear to have taken on terrifying visages.
Demon Casper.
And they follow you through the tomb, making no sound, but you can clearly see them out of the corner of your eyes, trailing you.
They all mad.
I will turn to one and say, I'm sorry, but we will uphold our end of the bargain. We haven't figured out how we will. Whether they say anything or not,
They
or attack me and murder me.
they may not even have the ability to speak
Okay.
in their current state.
And it's definitely a change since she showed up.
Oh yeah.
So it's really triggered to him showing up. Okay.
Ooh.
Hashtag triggered. He says that the blood of the people who defiled this will be the thing to cleanse it, right?
No, he said that he demands payment in blood for people who would defile the crypt. He was insinuating he was going to kill you with a sword.
Okay, well, Ingrid will sort of nick the back of her arm and draw blood and be on our word we will uphold it. We will uphold our word.
Very well. Anything else you want to do here before you head back to the Emporium? I assume you are actually going to go there. You're not going to be like, yeah, you can follow us and then drive away.
No.
Yes.
We're not that stupid.
As soon as we're on a fucking straightaway, just pump some gin and jug into the Nas.
Look at your chariot, nerd!
We
Good
killed
luck, you
donuts
cheery
around the
eyed
memorial.
It's like the fucking snail when he finally catches up to us.
Alright, yeah, back to the Emporium, fix our wizard.
Wizard fixers. First off, I need a survival check from whoever wants to navigate.
Am I still navigating? Or you're navigating?
You're navigating? Somebody was the quartermaster as well. I believe that was Dragomir's job.
The ration guy, yeah, that's
Yeah.
him.
I thought for sure he was the one navigating.
Oh, I
I thought I was navigating.
You were the
okay.
pilot.
You're navigating. I'm the pilot. I thought they were the
And
same
I'm the
thing.
coin bitch.
Bitch
Somebody
coin.
call for checks from the two of you.
Me?
Yes.
Oh,
Why
survival.
is that funny?
Yes.
It's funny. I like it.
You sure I've been doing this the whole time?
15 on the survival.
Okay.
For the
13 on the
navigation.
All right. So, mark off 1 day worth of rations.
Alright. We have 1 day left.
And
No?
That's not great.
I think it could be worse.
nope.
I could be good. I've done that before. It's not
It's great. Don't worry. Everything's
0 out of 10. Do not recommend.
things are totally wicked.
Hey, you don't hear Theo complaining about it.
Brian, roll d12 for me.
He didn't complain about anything. That was his thing. It was his thing.
3.
3. At first, you think it might just be heat coming off of the engine of the scream machine,
Oh no.
Oh no.
but then you realize that you're entering an area of Avernus that is like the inside of an oven. The oppressive heat is well beyond the scope of what ordinary mortals are comfortable in. Everyone must make a Constitution saving throw at the end of every hour or gain levels of exhaustion.
Why did we go through Death Valley and not stop at that last rest stop?
Creatures
have
wearing medium
resistance
or
to-
heavy armor. Hold on. Creatures wearing medium or heavy armor or clad in heavy clothing have disadvantage on their saving throws. However, creatures with resistance or immunity to fire damage automatically succeed.
Bitch.
One thing I'm good at!
I'm really good with cold damage. This is not my.
Not your thing.
Alright, so con save?
Yep.
Oh god.
What are you just wearing leather armor?
I'm wearing like leathers, but I rolled a 6, so it doesn't fucking matter. The hell am I
Oh, hey,
wearing?
that's not. That's pretty good. That's pretty darn good.
10.
Studded leather.
17.
Leather, 6. Yay!
In the first hour, that is success.
Woo! Everybody dance.
A 6.
No,
cannot
don't
be
dance.
successful.
Don't dance.
Really?
Save your heat energy.
Oh, 1 hour. First
The
hour.
first
I'm
hour.
sweating.
God.
Zanza, roll a d8 for me.
Do we nos our way out of here?
2.
All right.
I'm afraid of what it would do to the engine in these conditions.
The engine is starting to smell like cooked oil at this point.
Oy.
Oh shit. Lulu wasn't resting on it, was she?
Sorry, I took a shit on the engine.
Your cat takes a
I've
nap.
been holding it in
Oh,
since the first time I blasted diarrhea all over that night.
I think, I know that's not the voice you're doing, but I picture Lulu as Triumph, the insult comic dog.
A little bit. Why did you guys interrupt? I had him right where I wanted him.
He's a great Death Knight. For me to poop on.
All right, the second hour. Everybody can make a new check.
How many hours are we?
You don't know yet. You don't know how big this
24.
area.
Did that 2 on the D8 mean anything?
It does to me.
Okay.
Oh,
that's much better. 20.
All right, 16.
12.
All right. That's actually a success for armor number 2.
So we just need to keep trading who gets the con save and who wins it.
Who among you wants to be the one to react when the screen machine starts to show signs that it is not weathering the heat well?
Probably me. I'm driving.
Yeah.
All right. You do notice that the vehicle is less responsive than it should be. It seems like something has gone wrong with the engine block.
Does anybody have mending? Mending?
Of course I don't. I'm not useful.
Wouldn't that just seize the engine?
I guess we have to shut off the AC and drive with the windows down. I think that's the next best thing.
Turn the heat on.
Oh God, is it that
We
bad?
can't stop here. It's
I have 2
backcountry.
cars like that.
All right.
I've got Smith's tools. Does that do anything for the engine?
That could be relevant, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So since you've been driving, I assume you're going to stop the vehicle then.
Yeah.
All right. So what I need then is one more check from each of you for the Constitution save. Again, that's disadvantage for all of you who are wearing armor.
Oh, and there it is.
Yes.
7.
Still the DC. Actually, it goes up by 1 every hour.
Oh, good.
That's
16.
All right.
11.
Cool. So far,
Yeah,
so
'cause I was
good.
already at a level of exhaustion.
You pop open the hood on this baby. You look at your Smith's tools. They are the right tools for the job. Do you have any knowledge of how to fix a machine?
I'm proficient with land vehicles.
All right, that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and give you a check using your either smithing tools proficiency or your land vehicles proficiency.
Okay. Land vehicle?
I have a land vehicle too. Can I give her advantage by helping?
Yes, absolutely. And it's going to be based on your intelligence stat.
Fuck, I do too. Shit.
Int.
And the person who doesn't have to make checks is the only one who can't help.
We both served in the motor pool.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Changing the oil on the horses.
It's just your proficiency weapons. I mean, your horse probably requires that.
It does. It absolutely
I have
does.
advantage, right? Yes?
Yes, because
Two
you need
different
help
types
as
of oil.
answer.
Okay.
One is just for sex massages.
Oh, that's not good. 12?
You are trying to work on some metal parts that are quite worn, and you strip a bolt.
Fuck.
Everybody make a new con save.
You're just cheesing over there. You're loving this.
the one time that
Natty 1. Now I'm fucked. 6.
20.
Level of exhaustion.
All right.
You're good. You're good. You want to try again on this engine?
Yeah.
All right.
I will
I
still
suppose I
help.
could take my armor off.
take it off.
And you know what? At this point, I'm at disadvantage. I'm combat ineffective at this point. I'm stripping the armor off while she's fuddling with the engine.
Naked
So I'm just
dragon
gonna meet
man.
out,
Let's come
meet
to
out in
this.
hell.
Yeah, it smells like steamed hot dogs.
More like borscht Oscar.
A bunch of horse shit. All right. Let's get back to panic.
Oh. Okay, that is... Nope, that's exactly the same.
Okay. In trying to fix this bolt, you actually drop one of your tools into the engine. And it drops all the way to the bottom of the chamber, and you have no idea how to get in there to get it back out.
Nemea, you've got tiny hands.
And you know how magnets work. Magnets, how the fuck do they work?
They work it. So that's 2 hours now. You tried to work on the machine, and it hasn't gone well. I need another round of Constitution saves.
Did we take the exact same path? It just suddenly got fucking stupid in this part of the...
Pretty much the exact same path. That was your navigation check failure.
I failed it?
There we go.
I didn't think I
Oh,
24.
that's not good.
How bad is it?
11.
All right. It's probably because you've been so close in proximity to the hot engine block.
And I'm pissed.
And you're pissed, but you do gain a level of exhaustion.
You might think about stripping off that armor too. The disadvantage sucks. You might just want to get out of that armor. Just you just put it in the corner. Wherever's fine.
Stop trying to get my clothes off.
Just take off the armor.
Did you make
Take
the
it off,
check?
fine. That's my answer, text message.
another hour of cons? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'll
I was
take
listening to stupidity.
my armor off as well.
Oh, that's a 21.
Okay, you're good.
I'm rolling fine now.
All right.
So are we still dying?
You're
Yeah.
still dying.
Nice.
Badly.
Yeah.
Am I doing the best in the party yet?
But Ingrid's naked now too, so
Nice.
Yeah.
This is a great time.
yeah.
Should I also
Now-
take? No.
Yeah, now you can see
Yeah?
Ingrid has 2 beards actually.
3 beards.
Back on track. So you still don't have this thing fixed. What's the play now?
Okay,
Die.
Yeah.
Because those die, I guess.
I mean, if we can't get it fixed, we die.
Yeah, we're stuck out here in the plains of fucking hell. There's nothing around, right?
Yeah,
I
but
guess
it's,
we keep trying
keep
to fix
trying.
it.
yeah.
Just gotta keep
There's
trying.
nothing. There's literally nothing else we can do because
I
I
don't
don't have
think
any
there is,
useful
no.
spells.
Yeah, it's not like we're gonna make any more time walking
Hey,
out of here.
Lulu, can you scout around and see if there's anything that might help save our ass?
Yeah, I guess I can do that.
Fly around and see. I don't know. I have no idea what to look for, but just see if there's anything that can help.
Yeah,
our
I'll
ass.
fly around and find out.
You know what? There is something I can do.
Hit it with a hammer?
I can cast Find Steed and call my horse to me, and if nothing, if nothing else, I'll ride to Mahadi's and get us a mechanic to come out here.
Nothing like riding buck-ass naked on a giant metal horse.
You think I won't
Fucking
do
open.
it? You think I won't do it?
Yeah,
We
just
did it the
fucking,
first time.
just fucking sear the sausage and beans a little bit.
Das ist gut.
You gotta ride it from the underside.
Don't move it around too much, or else you're not gonna get a nice crisp sear.
Gotta get the grill marks on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys think that's, I mean, it's more helpful than me standing here cooking to death.
Yeah.
The something to be aware of. You're still a ways out from Mahadi's Emporium, and navigation checks are required to find your way on the paths you've been before.
We could hook your horse up to the scream machine.
I'm not sure my horse can
Put it in
screen
neutral.
machine plus all of us.
Well, what the fuck is it good for then?
You see my horse. You know exactly what it's good for.
Sex.
Yup.
Fucking.
You want me to get out and push?
The
Amanda,
engine's-
you have tiny hands. You want to find a wrench?
No, I was just gonna say, like,
can
the
still make
engine's-
checks, that's
the
more
engine's
important.
hot, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Amanda cast shatter on the edge.
She casts like quote
No,
unquote.
I was
something
gonna
like that.
say-
It shatters the engine.
I was gonna say. I mean, I feel like casting Ray of Frost in the engine is probably a bad
Probably a bad
idea,
idea.
right?
Bad idea,
Okay.
especially
You know
one
what
that's
would help though
currently
is if we had a
very
flask
hot.
of water
what
elementals.
if
We could
I-
put a water elemental in
I
there.
don't know. God, I still feel so.
You know, it'd be even better if we had a flask of radiator fluid elementals. That would be
Yeah.
really good.
Jug of radiator
Like feed
fluid.
it to Dragoner's horse.
All right.
I have nothing, guys.
No tricks. Sounds like just another die roll.
Yeah, die roll. We gotta do something. Get the fuck out of here.
You know what?
What?
I'm going outside. I'm going.
Coming out of your cage, doing just fine.
How far away should I go if I'm gonna plant a bean? I just want to see what fuck. It feels like we're in the middle of nowhere and it's a really good place
Oh.
for it.
Guys, you know what? Can't believe I forgot this. My aura gives you all +2 on saving throws. So if you missed any by 1 or 2.
Okay.
That's a little too far to retcon now, but for the
Yeah.
future.
Should I feel like nothing.
Ingrid's looking at you like, why do you keep talking about these beans? Like, what?
Ingrid, you have no fucking idea what I went through to get these beans, both physically and emotionally. If you were there,
What, did you go down to, like, your cupboard and take out a can of beans and it fell on your
I
head?
put
and
my
you looked?
hand in a corpse.
Oh.
I put my hand in a man's gooey chest cavity and hauled out
Was he
a
your
leather
friend?
bag of beans.
He's not so
I've never met the man before in my life. He's
Okay, so
dead.
it wasn't Theodosius.
No, it wasn't Theo.
I mean, I have powerful build. I count as one size larger for things I could push, drag, or lift, so I could just push us out, I guess.
You and the horse together.
It's not outside of the realm of possibility.
What do we
Get
so
the
like-
horse to pull and you pushing it behind?
Me with 2 levels of exhaustion, stripped down naked, just pushing this fucking scream machine back to
Yeah, it'd
town.
be like the intro to Conan.
Yeah, kinda.
What do we?
Actually, I could summon the horse to pull. I could push from the back, and we could limp this thing back to
What
town.
do we need
At least
to
not
get
the
the?
heat, maybe.
What do
Alright.
we need to get the engine going?
My horse. I summoned my horse.
All right, horse is summoned. Are you or are you not committing to the bean plan?
You know
Might as
what?
well use it.
You know what I heard
I have
is
7.
that the beans are the musical fruit, and that the more you eat, the more you toot.
I'm gonna.
Bean it.
Don't
Okay,
turn south.
I go like 100 feet away from the scream machine and I plant a bean.
Okay, roll a d100 for me.
If you're gonna, you might as well be now if you're gonna do whatever.
I then I run away after I plant it. Like, I'm going back to the screen machine. I'm
Yeah, you
hauling.
get about 1 minute to run back to the screen machine.
Yeah,
before
that's
it
far
starts.
enough. I get 3 feet every turn. That's enough minutes. 36.
All right, about a minute later, a campfire with blue flames blossoms forth.
Fire.
Quite lovely.
Just what we needed.
Yeah.
More heat.
Oh, good. Okay,
I
well,
put out the fire and drank the sterno. And my misery.
is it like it's just a blue fire?
Just a blue campfire. Dabba-dee, dabba-die.
Of course, Nemeo would summon a campfire.
I'm helping.
Well, I tried.
We're in danger.
All right, I summon my horse. I have rope in my pack. I lash the horse to the front of the screen machine and tell it to pull, and I push.
Yeah.
All right.
I will help you push.
I will steer.
You have to
You still need
navigate.
somebody to steer.
You have to
Steer
navigate.
it. Okay.
You have the most important job, actually.
Which I flunked the first time.
And I'm going to end up with 4 levels of exhaustion and die.
It might happen that way. Okay, so those of you who are pulling the wagon or pushing the wagon, or the screen machine, I should say, give me an athletics check. I think you both have disadvantage because you're both exhausted.
Yes.
But your aura gives +2 to. Oh, it's just
It will give us a +2.
On the saving throw.
Oh, on a saving throw. This
It's
is
not a saving throw.
Ugh.
Oh no.
Yep. Crit fail.
You too?
Yeah, 9.
Oh my god. You're supposed to push in the same direction.
we're both pushing the sides. We collapse it like a beer can.
No, we're both standing like 2 feet away from each other, so we're just turning it.
It's like that scene in the original Dorado where they're rowing the boat.
All right.
At least you couldn't get. Were you about to say worse?
I need another Constitution save from everybody.
Cool.
At least I'm naked.
This time naked.
43.
Okay.
15.
Yep. You get another level of exhaustion.
Yay.
How many are you on? 2.
All right. The horse is pulling the screen machine, but it is very slow going without help.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically moving at a walking pace right now.
No, but I don't want to leave it out here. Oh.
You can take another stab at pushing it if you want, or another stab at repairing it, or just leave it behind, or anything else you can think of.
Has
Can I cast haste on the horse?
I'm not sure it'll help much.
You try it.
Well, no, I don't want the.
You wind up with an exhausted horse after.
Yeah, I don't want
Yeah.
an exhausted horse.
I mean, we could take another swing at fixing it.
I don't know what else we're supposed to do.
If you want, I mean, I got the horse now, so if worst case scenario, we put
You
Xander
dropped
on the
a wrench,
horse and
you
he
said?
can navigate back to town.
That was just flavor text. I just
Oh.
failed my throw.
Yeah, why don't you try fixing it, and if that doesn't work, we'll push it some more.
Alright. Sans, are you helping?
Yes.
What if I cast a cloud of daggers on the engine?
What if you cast Cloud of Daggers on me so I don't have to deal with this anymore?
1d20 because of your exhaustion, you're at disadvantage, but he's canceling it out with his help.
Cool. I crit.
In a good
Yes.
way. We finally got a good crit.
It seems like pushing it a little ways sort of loosened some of the parts up in there, and you were actually able to crank one of the bolts
We
out.
push started it like an old manual transmission car.
Yes.
Oh, it's like any other car. It's
Pop
like
the clutch.
it's making a funny noise until you bring it to the mechanic.
So you do actually manage to get it started again. A bunch of black smoke pours out.
Yeah,
It looks
honestly,
horrible at first.
what probably happened is the engine was overheated and we let it cool off for a couple hours, and now it's fine. You just, broke a bunch of shit on the inside of it in the meantime.
So,
A family of squirrels comes out the exhaust pipe because they were nesting in there and we didn't notice.
now that it's back up and running, you're traveling
Death
again,
scrolls.
but I'm going
Yeah,
to need
horns
one
and shit.
more Constitution save from those of you who aren't Nemea.
With a +2.
I crit again.
Hey!
I rolled a 6.
Ooh, 20.
All right. That was an eventful day of travel.
God.
It cost you about 6 hours in the fucking desert, all said. But you do manage to rumble out of the heat zone and start to feel a little bit cooler. At first, you're not sure if you're feeling better or just getting delirious because the ambient temperature in Avernus sucks anyway.
I never thought normal hell would be better.
It's like driving to Virginia.
It's like going from the sun to the shade on a day where it's 110 degrees outside. It's better.
Yeah.
It's more like if you're baking in the middle of the summer and then you step out of the room that has the oven in it and you're like, this still sucks.
Yeah.
But at least you're not literally cooking your skin. So you do emerge from that, and after some time of travel, in the distance, you see some colorful awnings of Mahadi's Emporium.
Thank God.
Delightful.
Or would I like to see this fucking place.
Mark off -1 soul coin for that experience.
This some bullshit.